Hello and welcome to BioDigest. If you focus on results, you will never change. If you focus on change, you will get results. With this beautiful quote, I welcome my students to my biology class. Today we are going to deal with the absorption of water by the roots, the next chapter in your biology textbook. So what is the need of water by the plants? Why the plants are absorbing water? Let us discuss the reasons. One is, water is required by the plants to carry out photosynthesis process. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants will be preparing food. That is mainly glucose or starch, by using carbon dioxide water in the presence of sunlight. So for carrying out photosynthesis, water is required by the plant body. Second is, for carrying out transpiration, water is needed. What is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant body. Aerial parts means the upper parts of the plant body like leaves, stem, or you can write stomata, lenticels, etc. So what is the significance of transpiration? It is this transpiration process that will be providing a cooling effect to the leaves during hot, sunny days. So for transpiration process, water is required. Now the third point, water is also needed by the plant for transporting minerals. So transportation of minerals from the roots to various parts of the plant body is brought about with the help of water. Fourth point, it is the water that is providing mechanical stiffness to the plant parts. It is the water that is providing mechanical stiffness to the plant tissues. So all these are the functions of water or the need of water by the plant. Now let us discuss what are the processes by which the plants are absorbing water. So there are 5 main phenomena by which the plants absorb water. What are they? First one is imbibition. Second is diffusion. Third is osmosis. Fourth is active transport. And fifth is turgidity and flaccidity. So let us discuss these phenomena one by one. What is imbibition? Imbibition is the process by which living or dead plant cells absorb water by surface attraction. So living or dead plant cells absorb water by surface attraction. The process is what is known as imbibition. For you to better understand this particular phenomenon, I will be showing one process. Okay, so you can see here these are the dry seeds. Okay, I am showing it closer so that you can see what is the size of this dry seeds. Okay, so this is the size of a dry seed. Now what you can see is you have to pour water into this. Okay, we are pouring water to this dry seeds. That means we are soaking this dry seeds in water. Now keep this for 1 hour. Now after 1 hour, what will be your observation? So you can see the difference. See now the size of the seeds. So this is the seed that has been put in water just now. So this is the size of the seed after 1 hour. Okay, I have actually put this seeds before 1 hour to just show you this difference. So what is actually taking place here? So here what is actually happening is the living or the dead cell, they will be absorbing water by surface attraction. When we are pouring this water into the dry seeds, they are absorbing the water by surface attraction. This process is what is known as imbibition. So why are they absorbing water? All the plant cells that contains cellulose or proteins, they are hydrophilic, which means that they are having a tendency to absorb water. This particular process is what is known as imbibition. So what is imbibition? Imbibition is the process by which living or dead plant cells absorb water by surface attraction. What is diffusion? It is the process by which molecules of a substance will be moving from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. So let me just write the definition here. So molecules, what is happening to the molecules? They are moving from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration when both are in direct contact. What is the meaning of that? Again, I will be showing this with the help of another experiment. A very simple experiment. I am having a glass containing water. What I am going to do is, I am having potassium permanganate. I am going to drop this potassium permanganate into the glass containing water. Okay, so little bit of potassium permanganate is dropped in this glass of water. What will happen? You can see the difference. You can see when I am dropping the potassium permanganate into this water, where the potassium permanganate is getting dropped, there the concentration of potassium permanganate is greater. Slowly now what is happening to this? You can see that color is spreading, isn't it? You can see the purple color is spreading. That means from the region of higher concentration, the molecules are moving to the region of lower concentration when both of them are in direct contact. This process is what is known as diffusion. So wherever the molecules are in higher concentration, from that area, the molecules are having a tendency to move to the place where there is less molecules. Okay, so here when I am dropping the potassium permanganate into this glass of water, where the potassium permanganate is getting dropped, there the concentration of potassium permanganate is higher. Slowly what is happening to the potassium permanganate crystals? It is slowly moving from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. That means it is getting mixed up with water. Okay, now you can see that color difference. Almost the entire water in this glass is now turning pink. Okay, so this process is what is known as diffusion. Another example, I am having a perfume bottle. Imagine that I am applying the spray like this. So here now I have applied the spray in my palm. So you can see the concentration of this perfume molecules is higher in this area. But if a person is standing almost a few meters apart from me, he will be able to get the smell of this perfume. That particular person will be able to get the smell of this perfume. What is the meaning of that? That means the molecules are moving from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. All of you might have experienced another thing. A gas may be leaking in your home, isn't it? Usually in the kitchen. But you will be able to identify that smell of the gas from another room. So how is that possible? There again, the gas molecules are moving from the kitchen where there are more concentration of gas molecules. From that area, gas molecules are moving to another area where there are less molecules of the same. So this process is what is known as diffusion. So what is diffusion? It is the movement of molecules of a substance from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration when both of them are in direct contact. This process is what is known as diffusion. So that is the second phenomenon in the absorption of water by the roots. Coming to the third process, that is osmosis. What is osmosis? Students usually get confused with this diffusion and osmosis. So let me make it clear. What is osmosis? Osmosis is actually the movement of molecules of water. Okay, it is actually movement of water molecules. Not molecules of any substance. Only water molecules are moving. From where to where? From the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. But here through a semi-permeable membrane. What is the meaning of semi-permeable? Semi-permeable membrane means a membrane which allows only certain molecules to pass through. Okay, it will not allow all the substances to pass through it. Only certain molecules will be allowed to pass through it. That type of membrane is what is known as a semi-permeable membrane. So I repeat, what is osmosis? Osmosis is the process by which water molecules will be moving from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. This is a definite question for the board exam. So when you are learning, learn it like this only. It's very, very important. So again, the process can be explained by using an experiment. So I am having a potato. This is actually to demonstrate the process of osmosis. So what I am going to do is, I am going to make one surface flat. Okay, I'll cut it and I'll show. See here, I have made one surface of the potato flat. Okay, the other side is like this, you can see. Now what I am going to do is, this side which I have not made flat, that side I am going to make one rectangular shape first. Okay. So just pierce it like this and make a rectangular shape. Then after that I am going to make a cavity. Okay, so one side is made flat. The other side I am going to scoop out. I am going to make a rectangular cavity by using the knife. So see here, you can see one side of the potato is flat. The other side you can see that there is a cavity that is made within the potato. Okay, so actually the base of the potato is acting like a membrane. Okay, very thin membrane. So if I am touching here, you will be able to see my impression of the finger on the other side. So this is acting like a membrane. This is what is known as a potato osmoscope. So I am going to write that. So osmosis, it is actually demonstrated by using a very simple experiment, which is what is called as the potato osmoscope. Okay, so now this is the setup. We are having a potato with a cavity that is made in the potato like this. Okay, let this be very thin. This is acting like a membrane. So the potato, the scooped out cavity will be, this one will be very thin like this. Okay, so this potato base is acting like a membrane. What we are going to do is, I am having a dish containing pure water. Okay, I am going to place this potato. This is actually empty potato. I am going to place this potato into this Petri dish containing water. Now what I am going to do is, I am lifting this up, okay. What I am going to do is, inside the potato I am going to add a few drops of sugar solution. Okay, so let me just add a few drops of sugar solution, and after that the level of the sugar solution is marked by using a pin. So this is the experimental setup. We are having a Petri dish that contains pure water. In that Petri dish, I have placed this potato osmoscope. What is taken within the cavity of the potato osmoscope? We are filling the potato osmoscope with the sugar solution. So I am going to draw the diagram here. Okay, so this is the potato osmoscope. What is taken within the potato osmoscope? Here we are having sugar solution. How sugar solution is prepared? Just to take one glass of water and add 2-3 spoons of sugar into it. Okay, so we are having the sugar solution. So here we are having sugar solution. Now what we have done with this potato osmoscope? We have kept this in a Petri dish containing pure water. I am shading the water like this, so you can distinguish. Okay, so this is the water. So here we are having water. Outside the potato, water is present. Within the potato, that is within that cavity of the potato, you can see sugar solution is taken. And to note down the level of sugar solution, we are actually placing one pin. Okay, to show the level of the sugar solution that is taken within this potato osmoscope. Now I told you what is osmosis. Osmosis is the process by which water molecules will be moving from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Now coming back to this diagram, I told you outside the potato we are having pure water. Inside the potato we are having sugar solution. So sugar solution means this is a mixture of two things, sugar plus water, isn't it? So here sugar and water is there. Outside only water is there. So where is the concentration of water more? Obviously it is outside, because outside is containing pure water. So what will happen in this particular situation? Water molecules will be having a tendency to move from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. That means the water that is present outside the potato will be moving into this sugar solution through this membrane of the potato, because I told you we have actually scooped out the potato and the potato was made in the form of a thin membrane. So that membrane will be acting like a semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable means it will allow only certain molecules to pass through. So this will be allowing the water molecules to enter into the potato. So what will be your observation after some time? So if you are keeping this experimental setup undisturbed for 1 or 2 hours, after 1 or 2 hours, if you just go and see this experimental setup, you will be able to see that the level of the sugar solution will be rising. Why there will be an increase in the level of sugar solution? I am using another pen for showing this, okay, so that you can understand the difference. So this was the first level. Okay, this one. This was the first level of sugar solution. So after 1 or 2 hours, the level of sugar solution will be rising. What is the reason for increase in the level of sugar solution? Water molecules will be moving from the petri dish into the potato. So this process that is taking place within the plant is what is known as osmosis. So what is osmosis? Osmosis is the process by which water molecules will be moving from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. This is what is known as osmosis, which can be easily demonstrated by using a potato osmoscope. Already I demonstrated it here. We will be keeping this experimental setup for few hours, and after that we will see what is the change in this sugar solution. Definitely there will be an increase in the level of sugar solution, because always water is having a tendency to move from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. This is what is known as osmosis. Now osmosis is of two types. Which are they? Endosmosis and exosmosis. What is the difference between these two terms? What is endosmosis? What we have seen now is actually endosmosis. The inward diffusion of water through a semi-permeable membrane when the cell is placed in less concentrated solution is what is known as endosmosis. So in endosmosis, the surrounding solution will be less concentrated. Concentrated means solute amount will be less. So in this case, I told you we are using pure water. So it is actually very less concentrated solution. But inside the potato, we are actually having sugar solution. So that is a concentrated solution. So in that case, water will be moving from the outside to the inner side of the potato. Thereby, there will be an increase in the level of sugar solution. So what is endosmosis? The inward diffusion of water through a semi-permeable membrane when the surrounding solution is less concentrated is what is known as endosmosis. Then what is exosmosis? You might have come across this situation. Usually, we will be putting gooseberries or mangoes in salt solution. Okay, so when gooseberries or mangoes are dropped in salt solution, within 1 week itself, when you taste this gooseberry or a mango, it will be having the salt taste. And you can see it will shrink also. So in that case, what is actually happening? The water that is present in the mango will be moving out of the cell into the surrounding solution, because I told you this example. Now imagine that we are having a bottle. What is there in the bottle? Bottle is having salt solution. Okay, salt solution is taken in the bottle. We are dropping gooseberries. So gooseberries are dropped like this. Okay, so what is happening is gooseberries are also containing water in it, but it is dropped into a solution that is containing more amount of salt. That means this surrounding solution of the gooseberry is highly concentrated when compared to this gooseberries. So as a result of this, you can see that the gooseberries will be shrinking. So that process is what is known as exosmosis. So what is exosmosis? The outward diffusion of water through a semi-permeable membrane when the surrounding solution is highly concentrated. So it is just the opposite of endosmosis. Endosmosis is the inward diffusion of water through a semi-permeable membrane when the surrounding solution is less concentrated. Whereas exosmosis is the outward diffusion of water through a semi-permeable membrane when the surrounding solution is highly concentrated. So that is what is known as exosmosis. Now, how long does this osmosis continue? Osmosis will continue till the water molecules on both the sides of the semi-permeable membrane becomes equal. So when the water molecule inside and outside becomes equal, at that time osmosis process will stop. We will continue with the remaining two processes in the next video. Hope the topic is clear to all the students. Let us recall the five main phenomena in the absorption and conduction of water and minerals by the roots: imbibition, diffusion, osmosis, active transport, turgidity and flaccidity. What is imbibition? Imbibition is a phenomenon by which the living or dead plant cells absorb water by surface attraction. What is diffusion? Diffusion is the free movement of molecules of a substance from the region of their higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration when the two are in direct contact. What is osmosis? The movement of water molecules from their region of higher concentration to their region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis is of two types: endosmosis and exosmosis. Please do subscribe Bio Digest, like and share. Thank you.